Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we got you.
Thank you. So, as you know, we are gonna discuss about the session related to data science, which is an AI path, artificial intelligence path. Okay. So here we will be first of all focusing on, so what is the term data science is calling about, right? So we have heard that data science is a one particular job or a course or a methodology or into the technology. But we know, so the data science term is derived from two different words, which is data and science, which is the combination of data and science. So here the data is knowledge or any information. Science is the process of extracting useful insights or information from the data, right? So knowledge or any information, that means, suppose take a case. So everyone used to read the news articles, right? Any paragraphs or everyday day-to-day content which is related to the stock market or normal the public related news. So any such kind of information, so that we need to be read the article, then with help of our understanding and with help of our knowledge, like considering you are reading the some English content, right? English article, so in the newspaper. So with the help of your grammatical formats and your knowledge, so you know how to form the sentences, you know how to understand the keywords whatever written in that article. So with help of that knowledge you are able to extract the summary, you are going to be summarize the total article what it is explaining about. So that is the science. So science is the process of extracting useful insights or information from the data, right? So that's from the raw data. So raw data is a article, whatever the content it is provided there, right? So here the data science is the combination of computer science, mathematics or statistics, domain or business knowledge. And don't worry about, so few of the people like me, so we have worried about the statistics and mathematics that we're going to be start again after the education means. No, I can say not. So there in the education time, to pass the exams or to do some kind of research and development or kind of any workshops and seminar needs to participate, we learn the maths and statistics, but not in a real life case studies. But here we are going to apply what we are going to learn here, but that is in the very basic format, and we are not going to deeply dive into the statistics and maths. But in terms of the development of AI, how mathematics and statistics are studying as backbone of the technology, that we are going to be discussed just to understand, that's it. So this is the combination of data science, where along with the machine learning, traditional research, software development, of course, right? So with help of software development only we can able to work on the concepts. And machine learning, it's like the human based learning, how a human is learning the article and it is to be summarized. The way of we are treating to the machines, the way we are treating to the machines, how we are learn, the same way we are training to the machine to make it, the article needs to be read and understand, finally summarize the content, right? So traditional research also is very much important, which is the combination of domain specific and statistics, where this traditional research in real time scenarios, like if you are a stock market expert or if you are a business holder, that means you are maintaining some grocery shop, or if you are making some fashion related shop or any other franchises, right, which is a restaurant or any other. So while you are maintaining your business, you should have understanding of the seasonality foods, and also morning time and evening time, which kind of foods will be sold in your restaurant or in your area. So that kind of domain specific related knowledge, if you have that, easily able to develop your business in terms of sales and growth, right? So here we have seen we are seeing the one picture, which is importance of data and its generating companies. So far we are discussing about the data science concept only, right? So here first of all we should have to understand what is data itself, right, on where it is generating from. Suppose we have seen the few of the companies which are Amazon, which is into the e-commerce giant, Uber, they are providing the services for traveling, right? And Microsoft, so which are into the AI and also OS development. Google for the search engine, so it's known to even a kid also, Facebook and Google, right? So if you want to gather some information, So Google will helps us a lot. So we can find everything in a Google. And Tesla, which is the new buzzword, the present days. So the technology is developing a vast, right? So the future example is nothing but Tesla for autonomous car development, right? So these are the companies who are purely working on data. We are gathering the information. We are buying the products based on the recommendation of the algorithm. That means if I open the Amazon for to buy a product or to search a product information related, right? So considering I want to just know about the information of iPhone 14, right, or iPhone 13 Max Pro. So then I can gather the information. So next time, so the relevant mobiles according to the category, according to the color, according to the price. If you open the Amazon website or if you open any affiliated websites, so advertisement will be show you the offered or the relevant products. So this is how Amazon is reading your, that means the customer such data, and according to that it will be provide you or recommend you the customers. So what kind of categories they can find, they can choose, right? So everyone can't find each and every product, right, based on our mindset. So Amazon can recommend us. Like the same way, the fair rates of traveling and the previous customer and to the recurrent customer, Uber used to be change the prices, right? So if you are a recurring customer, Uber used to maintain the price changes. And Microsoft, Google, these are the AI related companies who are purely working on the customers data and searches and also the Google searches. If you are doing just Googling about one particular word, if you type one particular word, automatically Google will be recommend you the relevant articles, the relevant searches you are gonna do, right? That's based on the multiple popular searches which already happened in your locality. So based on that, Google algorithm will be recommend you the most relevant articles. And Facebook is for the social media and Tesla for the autonomous cars. So autonomous car is not working with the help of manual driving or and also without the fuel. Here the fuel is for the autonomous car. First thing, electric and data, right? So of course it is required electric. So might be there are fuel related cars also like petrol and diesel based cars, but to autonomous driving, so without a human intervention, so Tesla will be drive itself, because if you put some source to destination, automatically Tesla will be drop there at the destination without human intervention of the driving. So that's how, because Tesla able to capture everything on the road and it already have the information. So according to the map, according to the road instructions and driving instructions, it will safely land you at the place. So that's what the complete database, the systems is completely working on the companies. And so finally, what is the demand of the data science and what is the purpose of data science? Why we have to use this and where we can implement this? Okay, so here we can see a statement: the extensive use of data, statistical and quantitative analysis, exploratory predictive models, and fact-based management to drive decision and actions. Seems a little confusion. Yeah, so we'll try to summarize with the human brain, right? So I have some understanding from the article. So a scientific art of doing anything meaningful with data that makes business decision making more accurate and easier. So that my summarizing from the given statement. So what it is explaining, the scientific art of doing anything meaningful with data. So from the data we used to extract the meaningful insight with the scientific art, and that makes business decision making more accurate and easier. So because you have the data with the help of some analytical processing, it used to generate the results to you, right? So that is in an accurate and easier manner. And analytics is the applications of computer technology, statistics and domain knowledge. So this is the combination of analytics. So first of all, what is the analytics, why we are using that? So analytics is also a concept of statistics, where we will be apply the whole method on top of the data to summarize the content, of course. But why? What is the use of computer technology this time? Because if you can check the previous days, right? So in the olden days, we don't have the computers, calculators, and nothing. So in the olden days, whenever the business people used to be calculate some content, like you were visiting to a shop, or in your village, if you have a small shop, so the person will take a white paper. They will be add whatever the products. And hello, is someone is speaking? All right. So they will be draw the products, and according to the parallelly to the each and every product, they will be apply the price of the each and every product. So if the list is small, that we can calculate with our mind. But if the list is continuously if the list is big, and also customers are continuously visiting your store, then you will have to use a calculator to do the easier method, and also make it the process easier and faster, right? But when it is comes to the giants like more and demand, right? So demand have the multiple branches, right? So in each and every branches, multiple customers used to be purchase the products, so the billing used to be very much faster. So what they used to, they will scan the barcode of each and every product, and to the each and every bill id, or the customer ID, the data will be stored in the Excel. Then it will be automatically calculate, and the bill will be printed to you. It will return to you. That is the easiest process. How it is from the past many decades. So with help of computer technology, we can able to work everything with a given span of time with a high performance and also easier method. And you can store the data even, right? So with help of statistics, you can summarize the content. And domain knowledge. Suppose if you are working in a DMart as a manager, store manager, so if you are knowing about the seasonality based, if kind of, if you have some function season, which is a May or October kind of function season. So if you are maintaining the high level of stock, which is to be stored, so that stock will make you to understand. So that is based on the domain knowledge, right? So it is to solve the problems in business and industry to aid efficient and effective decision making, right? So analytics is simply the scientific process of converting raw data into knowledge, right? So we have the raw data. With the help of that, we can understand what is my past year, last year Ramjan time sales, which are the products got sold high. On when it comes to the Christmas, when it comes to the some Hindu festivals, so which kind of stock is I have to maintain. So based on that past information, this year also we can analyze the customers, we can analyze the business, and we can convert that into the knowledge base. That means you can maintain the how much stock you have to maintain. And the same way, news article, you have the raw data. That means a complete article. From that, you are extracting the summary. That's the simply analytics used to be supporters to support decision making. Analytics involves finding patterns in the data. The goal of analytics is to improve business, society, or personal performance by gaining knowledge from data, right? So, and there is a few final part statements. Decision making is now fact and performance based, of course, with help of statistics. Something like, so I have an assumption. So next month I just want to make I have a function in my home, so I want to arrange it in the outdoor, right? But I'm not sure so whether a rain will be happened or not, or if I'm arranging that in the function in the afternoon, so whether the temperature will be high or not, humidity and temperature. So to understand that, with the help of Google search, so I will be analyzed on so and so date, how will be the rainfall, how will be the temperature, how will be the humidity. If the temperature humidity is very less, then it will be very easy for me to analyze. So that I can arrange the outdoor function or not, right? So that is completely based on your assumption to understand. But if you have the complete data, right? If you have the complete data for past 10 years, of course, the data is freely available in the Google search also. So Google websites also. So you are gathering the data with the help of some analysis process. You have find out. So there could be a on so and so date, there could be a 80% of the temperature will be very less. So there could be a probability of between the 25 to 30 percentage the temperature is there on date 24 May, or there is a chances of happening the rainfall on May 30th. So that is about the 50% or 60% confidence level of probability. So you have the score, you have the probability, you have the temperature value also. So based on that, you can take the decision without your assumption with fact and performance based results. So that is the second step is also explaining about your intuition. Your assumption is out. Then the metrics are in. So you have the proof to let others to know also. You can explain to others even. That will give the confidence to your family members even, right? So intense competition, shorter time in market, demanding customers. So when the example is, let's take a case, the recent days, everyone follow the news, I think. So at least the people know there was a war between Ukraine and Russia. So what it is relevant to our subject, let me clear it up. So everyone might be know. So there was a demand in the sales of sunflower oil. So on so time, the sunflower oil price was a liter cost is 100 rupees. So but within the span of 1 month or 2 months, the prices are hit to 200 rupees. Do you know why it is actually? And why the concept is the prices of the sunflower oil is relevant to the Ukraine and Russia war? Because Ukraine and Russia are the major contribute to the world in terms of petroleum, natural gas, and majorly sunflower oil. So India is most of the sunflower oil is importing from Ukraine and Russia. So when the war was happened, there is a disruption in the supply chain, right? So there were difficult to supply the product to the India. So then whatever the stock is available in the Indian market, that used to be utilized, then automatically demand will be raised, right? Because the supply is not there. So then the shopkeepers have catch the time and they have raised the demand in terms of the prices. So at the same time, if you are following, we are the retailers. If you are following the news particularly on daily basis, then it will be easy for us to keep a stock. We can buy the sunflower oil packet stock to to be unimpacted by the prices, right? So then we can buy a box before that for a month or for 2 months. We can buy a box or two boxes, which lower cost might be from 100 to 120 rupees. It might be reached. Then you have seen the impact slowly started. You might be buy a box. Then without buying a packet for 200 rupees, you have saved the 80 rupees. So both for the demand side, so for the business stakeholder and to the retailers, the data will be helps a lot, the shortage of the product even. So that make each and every dollar count and increase return of investment to the business person and to the retailer, both sides. So that take real-time decisions, of course, right? So real-time decision, so something is related to the stock market and product demand, and even this is the IPL season, right? So I think a few of the people are very much interested to watch IPL. So they used to analyze. So what will be the next over score? So how many wickets will be drawn? And in this match, what is the probability of winning one particular team A or losing team B or winning team B? So some kind of analysis. So that is a real-time decision making. So few people make it as a business also. So that is a real-time scenario, right? So you can analyze and drag the content. Now we will be discuss about the four stages of industrial revolution. So why it is important to our concept, right? So the industrial revolutions, if you have seen the four stages here, in the first industrial revolution was happened between 1760 to 1840. So the birth of powered machines to perform tasks previously done by hand, right? In those days, so whatever the works used to be happen, that is used to be manually. So to communicate and to transfer the goods, so people used to travel with the coal-based power engine trains, right? So the later on, that the communication makes very easier than the first industrial revolution. So when the electric light, the telephone and machine advance enabled more accurately produce the interchangeable parts, right? So we have the telephones and we have the electric bulb is introduced at that time. So the transformation in the technology. Then into the third industrial revolution, which was happened between 1950s and 1980s, where the computer is started, and the stuff from the analog to digital, so resulting in computers and the dawn of internet, right? So where the internet is also started. So at the time, Outlook or any other mails communication was happened. So this time in the second industrial revolution, there was communication were happen whenever a person is have a phone, make a call. So there should be a receiver, then only the information used to be transferred. But this time, whenever the person is there or not, the data is used to be stored in the mail. So whenever the person is there or not, they can open according to their availability time. And nowadays we are living in the fourth industrial revolution, where we have the IoT, the fast transferring of the data, and also communication is faster, and we can do everything with AI. So we're in the fourth stage of industrial revolution. So this is the how the transformation in the technology is was happened with the help of data, with help of data to transfer and communicate. So it's so far actually we are just discussing about the past information, right? So this is about the predictive analytics. That means to predict something like the about the future, about the future sales, about the next product or next over score, something, right? So here we have the machine learning, which helps us to do the predictive analysis. So the name itself, machine learning, is derived from the human learning concept only. I think everyone have watched the Robo movie, right? How Chitty Robo is performing. So human is how trained the machine so to perform like a human. So the machine used to be performed like a human, but here the concept is not completely that much advanced we are discussing now. But the concept of machine learning is same. Whatever the process used to be completed very easier way and very with low latency time, with high accuracy and performance. So considering you are working in a manufacturing industry to manufacture cars, garages, and whatever, right? The production industry. So the previous days, people used to be validate, manufacture each and every part of the product manually, right? So nowadays, when the robots are replace the human beings, because in the previous days there is might be less quality and less accuracy in the product, and a person can do a performance of a product manufacturing might be 1 hour. In within 1 hour span, a machine can produce 20 products. So that much faster. That is a very low latency time, and performance is there. And there is no human intervention, right? So without human intervention, whatever you taught to the machine to design the product, the same way it will be copy and paste. It will do the replica what you train to the machine. The robot arms will be manufacture the products, right? So that is an example of machine learning. So along the side from the machine learning, we have different concept guys actually. So other in that, text analysis something a Google search engine. If you are typing something, the Google will return to you according your search, your query. It will be return you the relevant content or websites. The same way, Amazon Prime, YouTube, Netflix. So whatever searching about the videos, the same category or relevant videos only, it will be returned to you. So that's how the algorithms are working about the text analysis. And regression. So regression is about the numerical data. So to predict the numerical data, whether it is related to the demand of a product, how many sales will be happen for a product if you are keeping 5% of the discount, 10% of the discount, 7% of the discount, or 50% of the discount. If I keep how much discount, my product will be sold, how many units will be sold. That's an example. And forecasting, the name itself, so forecasting about the future values. So whether it is related to weather, temperature, that means temperature, wind speed, rainfall, snow, whatever. And along the side, stock market, and along the side, a IPL match score. So who will be win? What is the probability? What will be the probability of net score? How many wickets will be drawn? Right. So information about the future is known as forecasting. And classification. So classification is a concept whether you will be classified. So considering you are having a facial recognition, right? So in your app, actually in your mobile, so considering you have a facial recognition app, so that will be identify the facial face of us, so to lock or unlock the your mobile, right? So that's an example. And at the same time, to identify whether it is an apple on an orange, or whether it is comes to the dog, so few of the dog seems like a cats, few of the cats seems like a dogs, that is according to the breed. But if you are identifying and also you're training to the machine, so this is a dog, this is a cat, then automatically the next image will be easily identified to classify according to their nature actually. That's what. And so this is the predictive analytics, so which we are also using in AI, artificial intelligence. So might be here few people already something know about the data science or something know about the AI, but people do have some assumption. So my AI is something related to data science or not. So or which are the concepts are which commonly using in AI and data science, right? So here data science is the concept of completely dealing with the data, which helps us to in terms of technology, in terms of business also. But AI is completely related to the technology only. So to develop the future based products, which is related to machine learning, completely machine learning, right? So here are the few examples: the autonomous car, Google Maps. So Google Maps is recommend us a lot, so from the source to destination, which is the best route, which is the best path. And when you're traveling on bike, car, or walkable, so how many toll gates are there, what is the charges, how much distance, and what is the time traveling. That's it completely. And facial recognition along with the traffic lights even, right? So traffic lights, so nowadays if you can't see, there are not a group of traffic police are used to be in the junctions, right? So because traffic lights, so traffic cameras are helping them. So if a person is crossing the zebra cross, or the traffic lights, automatically it will be capture the vehicle number and send the chalana. So this is how the automated process, the AI and automation process used to be performed. And not only to that, so not only to the technology, it also to insurance, fraud detection, weather forecast, some sports related, to analyze which team, and to select which player according to the team, according to the time, according to their health conditions, and according to which match it is, and what is the status of the previous matches. So according to that, so in sports also, people used to be analyzed with help of data, so which player is suitable for the for this match particularly. And these are the very popular companies who are using data science and AI a lot. So YouTube to recommend the content, Amazon to recommend the products, Netflix to recommend the movies or web series, Google to recommend the relevant content, right? And so DMart, so to recommend the products. Might be if you are visited the DMart, right? So they not only DMart, Walmart, or any other stores. So if you have visited them online or offline, so they will offer you some combo offers, right? If you buy something, so some kind of sunflower oil, automatically you will receive a scrub, or there is some discount on the soap, or some household related products. So they will be offered you the combo. So that's a recommendation. So sometimes we know, so there is no use of that product for now, even though we have the discount. That's why our mind will be changed to buy the product. That is a business from the customer. And at the same time, if you thought that is the product is relevant for you, even as a retailer or the customer, we will be make the profit because of that recommendation. Both the sides there is a benefit. And Dream Level, Tesla, so these are the popular companies who are using the data science a lot. And even nowadays RBI also, so have using the data science nowadays for the banking domain and finance. So it is to state data science is not only particular to IT or software industry. So might be you are not don't know. So data science is a methodology, and it's a branch of BTech. So it's like CSC, Tribally, mechanical, civil, and any other branches. So the data science is the branch of BTech event. It's a 4 years degree. Why? Because it is a completely a methodology. So it's will never be end like so some tools or languages. So that how long the data will be generated, how long the business is there, how long the calculations and mathematics are there. So completely the data science will be live long. That means nowadays data is generating on vast. Data won't be decreased. Never the time data won't be decreased. Data will be increasing only. Then the job on demanding of the data science also will be increased a lot. It won't be decreased. Never. So which are the categories and which are the sectors they are adopting the data science and which are adopted the data science? So banks to sanction the loans, to identify the credit score or civil scores. Media, social networking sites, FMCG, which is a fast moving consumer goods. So something like our households and retail area, healthcare, IT, human resources, credit card, whether to sanction a credit card to a customer or not. But if they are sanctioning, how much the balance I mean they can offer. So whether it is 10,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, or 20 lakh, whatever the amount that they can use. So consumer research, e-commerce. Already we have discussed about the Flipkart and Amazon are the best example. NGO, education, transport, hospitals. So if you are visiting or if you have visited few of the hospitals, like I think in big hospitals like Kim's, Yashoda, or some of the big hospitals, if you are visiting with some kind of any issue, so first of all they will they will check your BP and also weight along with the past diseases. So they will take some parameters from you, right? So along the same time might be they will take some blood samples to check. So if you have the fever, they will be check. They want to validate whether a person having the typhoid or malaria or dengue, some sort of COVID, whatever. So each symptoms will be take some time, right, to give the report. So 2 days, 3 days, or 5 days, 10 days, like that. But in between the span, so doctor have to suggest something, some prescriptions to the patient, right? So how they are doing that in an accurate way? If you are visiting some small doctors or small organizations, they will directly suggest you, so you can take this tablet or you can eat some food. But when you're visiting the very big hospitals, they won't suggest you like that in a straight away. So first of all they will give you the report. That report will be generated from the system. So in that system they are maintaining the some analytical software, because so that software is contain the some patient's data. So some kind of if related to the malaria patient or so the dengue or COVID patients. So because the data which contains the parameters and also symptoms of each and every patient information, now the newest patient information they will be passed to the system. Automatically it will be analyzed and predict the what could be the probability of, what could be the chances of the patient having the malaria or dengue, or nothing is there. So that probability it will be generated. So according to that they will be provided in the span of, by getting the actual report, they will suggest some precautions, right, or prescriptions to the patient. So and then stock markets, to buy a stock or not. So what is the probability of buying a stock and which at what price, or selling a price? So airlines, investment funds, supply chain, sports, insurance, so and so. Wherever the data is flow, there the data science is involved. So there is a demand and the role of data science is required. So if today's software industry is down means, so no one will have to be impacted. We have other industries even. So of course, till now we have discussed about the data. Then what are the tools we gonna use in data science, right? So there are SAS, R, Statistician, and Python, Power BI, ClickView, even Excel, IBM Cognos, TIBCO, and Tableau. There are much more tools and languages like Java, C Sharp, .NET, and other languages, other tools also available like MATLAB even, right? So among those, so we have to make understand what is the a business person should have the, the concept of while choosing a best tool, right, related to the which kind of criteria, which kind of parameters we have to choose a tool. So that is based on the cost, compliance, support, easy of use, capability, efficiency, and legacy. Cost is important, compliance and support is also important, easy of usage, capabilities, whatever the tool having. So if the tool can have the capabilities of maintain end-to-end solution, end-to-end work, so that is we required. So other like, so I'm working on one tool for the one process. Again, I need to move to the different language or different tool. That will be difficult for maintain the integration on the process, right? So we required a tool where it can do handle the end-to-end and efficiency legacy, right? So in that case, we have Python. We are gonna use Python. Why Python is? Python is an open source language and it's a script and it is easy to learn, very easy to learn. It's like a natural language. How we are communicating in English, the same way we can communicate to the Python. So it won't feel like a language, and it is the support is on high waist, and also the performance is huge. So while using the Python, and there are why the Python is developed in terms of data science. So and in terms of industry, where we have the Java, .NET, even other languages even because so Python have focused and Python have developed multiple tools which relevant to the research, which relate to the AI with free of cost. That means the open source. There few of the libraries and few of the packages are available in the Python. There, those are NumPy, which is for the numerical operations. Pandas is to the data handling. We thought, right? So it should be easy of use and have the capabilities. So considering if I want to handle the data, so should I have to use the SQL? Should I have to write the SQL queries? Is that a mandatory step? No. If you are working as a Python developer, you can handle the data operations without SQL also, because we have the pandas and there are other libraries even. So with the help of pandas, you can easily write the queries better than SQL, easier than SQL, and whatever the all the functions and all the methods are available in SQL. More than that, you can do the operations in pandas also, and with high performance and low latency time. And along the side, you have data, you have validated that, and next step is to explainability. You have the results in your hand, but as a developer you have understand, or other data scientists also understand, but what about the person like manager or non-IT or non-data scientist should have to understand what the result is explaining about. For that we should have to use the visualizations. So for visualizations we have Excel, we have Power BI and Tableau, but they are paid tools, right? But in Python, so I have habituated to the programming also. Is there any open source, that means free of cost available tools? Of course, Matplotlib and Seaborn, which are the data visualization tools. And more than this, we have multiple tools also available in the market to drag and drop in the programming even. So that will be explained, we will discuss in the course even in the classes. And finally, for the predictive modeling, to do the machine learning process, how you train to the machine like a human being, how will you pass the instructions to complete a job. So for that we have libraries. We don't need to be worried about that. You need to learn the statistics, maths. You don't need to worry about that. So simply a single line of code, a single function, you will be import from these libraries. So there, sklearn, scikit-learn is one of the most popular package which make each and every job much easier and with low performance, high performance, low latency of time. And TensorFlow, so it is supported and developed by Google. Of course, if Google is there, means that definitely a competitor should be there, right? So who is Facebook? So PyTorch is developed and supporting by Facebook actually. So these are the most popular. So who are the key and backbones of AI? So which is related to the business, which is related to the technology. So these libraries are standing as a backbone for each and every application and software development for the AI product. So far we are discussed about the machine learning also. How the process of the machine learning is seems to be. That means I have collected the data, so which is related to the news article. I have passed the data along with the parameters, right? So the features which is need to be particularly selected, right? Like kind of important keywords from the news article that I extracted. Then I have passed to the machine. Machine is nothing but algorithm, whatever the calculation we have. So it will be model the data with help of training the data using some algorithms and do the predictions. That predictions will be given as output. That means the summarized content given as output. So this is how the life cycle of machine learning used to be work, and it will be retrained every time to improve the performance and improve the quality of output. And this is the life cycle of data science, where first of all, to make a concept, to complete the step, so or to attend the exams, right? First of all, we have to understand the requirement. So what question is there, what product you have to develop, and what is the size of a doll that you need to be manufactured. So completely the business requirement or understanding is must required. Then according to that, we have to collect the data understanding or raw material. Then data preparation is to be there, and modeling. And then finally we have the results that need to be evaluated. So whatever the product which I designed is relevant to the business or not, that I will be evaluated. If something seems like the product is relevant, then I will be sell to the customer or deploy to the market. So whatever the application or a product completely, or if the product is not relevant to according to the requirement, again I will be do the reprocessing, data generation, and also whatever the structure I need to be applied, I will do the reprocessing again. The same concept we will be do the training for machine also. According to the requirement, we will be trained to the machine. If the results are as expected, then that will be produced in the development for consumption, for business, or to sell the product, whatever. So now finally, we're gonna discuss about cloud. So far we discussed about the importance tool of Python and also data science. Then why cloud is required? So what is the purpose of cloud? Many people already heard about the cloud computing also. Then why it is related to the data science now? We'll see. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and compute power, without direct active management by the user. Of course, right? So something, you are working in your system and you have stored some information. That means your contacts, your photos, or your work, whatever. That is you are stored in your local system only. But you travel to somewhere, suddenly you have to work on some concept, or you have to develop your application. But your system is not with you, right? So then how can you access that? There cloud will be help us. So cloud makes work easy by accessing your resource like data storage, work environment from anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world you can access. So if you have the credentials of that account, so it helps you to decrease the cost of configuration by providing rental services. By providing the rental services, suppose I am working on application where it requires for the task of 64 GB of RAM. Currently, I have only 8 GB of RAM, which is not compatible to the work. So to complete that simple task, should I have to buy the RAM, and should I have to increase my configuration with an extra cost? So for the one particular task, no. So here with help of cloud computing, how much time, how much configuration you have to scale up, you have to scale down for that time only. For that is known as pay per use. That means pay per second, pay per minute. The cloud services will be offer us. So to the particular time only with less cost, we can use the, that means we can improve the configuration, we can increase the data for the particular time, then we can scale down again, scale down. So that will be benefit in cost, global scale, performance, security, even security is also. So for our system, we should have to, if we want to maintain the security, we should have to might be install McAfee, Avast, or whatever the securities, right? So the softwares here automatically. So when you are taking the service rental, automatically we will get the security of your data, of your work, of your system completely. The speed and productivity and reliability is also there. These are the known examples of cloud, where Google Drive. So if you have the Gmail, so if you have the Gmail credentials, with help of Gmail credential, we can log into the Google Drive, where we will store the files, audio content, text, tables, whatever, so information we can store like in our hard disk. But here Google Drive will be offer you 15 GB with the free of cost. Like the Google Drive, we have multiple drives also, multiple companies also. And WhatsApp. that will be easy to communicate with high performance and low latency of time, where you can store the past historical chart also. Zoom for the cloud meetings, whatever currently we are using now, and calendar to schedule the time, and Google Photos and Facebook. So where the cloud have already stored the information and make the process maintenance in cloud accounts only. You no need to be maintaining manually. And finally, we're gonna learn about Google platform in our course content. Why Google Cloud platform? So Google Cloud platform is because we have AWS and Azure also. So in that case, why we are, that means I'm not degrading the other clouds, but the importance of the Google Cloud is Google Cloud platform offered by Google is a suite of cloud computing services that runs on the same infrastructure that Google uses internally for its for its end user products such as Google Search, Gmail, Google Drive, and YouTube even. So in these products, our Google Cloud is performing the, it's providing the services, and it provides reliable and highly scalable Google Cloud computing services to its users. So these services help clients compute, storage data, and help other developers to build, test, deploy, to do the automation even, guys. Actually, whatever you can do in your local system, that completely more than that you can do in cloud, even with less cost. Even if you are working in a company, so because of the same features, most of the companies are taking the services from Google Cloud platform. So because of the case, jobs are increasing. So we have the opportunities in the market. And if you are individual contributor, if you have the own startup, if you are own your work, so because of the less cost, high availability of services, you can consider the Google Cloud for your own job also, right? So these are the products. So these are the products are offered by Google Cloud, where compute is there, storage database is there, networking is there, big data is there, developer tools, Internet of Things, and identity and security, cloud AI. So most Google Cloud is increasing its demand in the market because of the one of the major example is AI. So because whatever the process we are doing here in the manually, each and every product, each and every concept, it used to be automate. It used to be automate with its services, and data also. The data also offering with the high amount of data with low amount of cost, low amount of maintenance. So management tools and data transfer even. So these are the highly available tools which are going to be utilized in the GCP, and we will be mainly concentrating on compute, storage system, networking. So to how to maintain the Google network, big data, which is related to the BigQuery. So and cloud AI, which is known as Vertex AI. So this is the complete concept of our course. So which will be discussed, and we'll have the knowledge on. And this session is about 10 weeks completely. So it is completely orchestrated. So step by step, we will be discussed in an order. And the class is between, the timings are between 10 to 11:15 a.m. IST. And first 15 minutes of the course, I will be recap of the previous class. Because so yesterday might be if we have any other issue, that's why I'm unable to concentrate on the subject. So to recap the subject, so here you no need to worry about that, guys. Actually, I will be provide the topic to topic material, right? And the recorded classes. Along with that, so I will be I will recap of the previous class in today's class for the first 15 minutes. And next 1 hour, I will be continue to the next topic. That will be clear the whatever the queries you have. So from the previous topics. And we have the assignments. Assignments means I don't ask each and everyone to, you should have to do it like that. But the people who are doing the assignment, I will help them a lot 24/7 to develop their skills to which help of the job career even. And so the classes are between weekdays, actually in the weekdays only, between Monday to Friday. That's it. So if it is required to discuss on to clear the doubts, so that we can schedule in the weekends also if required, even individually. So that's it from from my side, guys. So do you have any queries? Hello.
Hi, Swaroop. Good morning.
Very good morning. So, your good name,
Myself,
please?
Mansoor. Myself, Mansoor.
Hi, Mansur. Yes, please.
Uh, Actually, currently, I'm working in BPO sector.
All right.
Basically, from background, BTech background. I have 10
Okay.
years of experience right now.
All right.
Then, if I want to change to data science, it is helpful to my career.
Multiple people already changed their career with 6 years of experience. Even I have a person who already transitioned their career into data analyst. And thanks for taking this point, Mansur. Sorry. So, your good name. I'm sorry, forgot.
No problem.
Yeah. So actually here we are anyways dealing with the data only, the quality of checking the data calls even, right? So we in this process, I mean, after you learn the course, you can apply for different jobs where you will be eligible for data analyst role, business analyst role, data scientist role, machine learning engineer, decision scientist, forecasting analyst, and so time series analysis analyst. So and along with that I'm gonna offer you so one OCR project also, which is the PDF or images to extraction, data extraction, which is highly demanded in the market right now. So it's a these are the particular jobs actually. So we have the choice now. So if I learn the data science course means, so should I have to join one particular data science job? No, you have the options, multiple options. So you can one, wow, according to your interest even. So that will be very helpful. And when this comes to your point, so even BPO is also data, a completely data related industry. So 24 by 7 HGS, Hinduja Global Services, right?
Yeah.
So I have a candidate in my past batch. So he have 8 years of experience actually. His name is Sumant. He worked for 4 years in the 24 by 7, and he was in the team lead also. He was to maintain the multiple calls in the US timings. So he analyzed the data and mindset of the each and every candidate. Now he was able to work as a data analyst because he already worked on the data side. Now the same thing he's transformed his career into the technical concept. So to create the reports, to summarize the information of the each and every business report scenario, and send the reports to the next level to take the business decisions. So you are working in the data industry only, right? So
Yeah.
obviously it will be helpful to you. Generate, right? So might be you have worked on the telecom sector, might be, if I am not wrong. So which is
I was
related to
working
the
in banking sector.
Airtel Geo customers generate. So here a job of the BPO person is to hold the customer to to do not swift the other network. Like if you are working in the Geo, so then your job is to maintain the customer to make himself in Airtel only, not to the other network or Geo or like any VI. So here we have analyzed the person's requirement. So what is the requirement like? Might be the person having that needs some discount or service related issues. So the complete amount of the information used to be analyzed, will stored in the data. As a data scientist, you will be analyze the content. What will be the probability of the customer? So how many customers? Like if you have the 5 lakhs customers information, so which customer having the high chances of probability that they will be churn, that will be uh, move to the next network. Then what is the reason? So he having the 90% of the a person A having the 90% of changing the other network. Why? So what is the reason? Because might be here the reason is like he written in the reviews, I'm facing multiple service issues. Then if he's from the area where he have the complete bandwidth, then they will initial and they will be immediately initiate a customer support so to resolve his issue. But he's from the any of the area where the network is less, then they will be try to develop, the company might be try to develop a network there in that area. So that is up to the business decision taking. But as part of to analyze this content, to analyze this issue to the each and every customer, so that analyzed content only come to you, so that customers related information. So if the customer is having the high probability of chances that he will be churn, means that data only comes to the BPO people. So they will be called to the customer. So what is the issue that you are, why you are not using the network, why you are not recharging? So some kind of source information. Now you got the point.
Yes, yes, I got it.
Yeah. So even now I'm also working in the Verizon, so which is a concept of NLP. So I used to analyze the people's review. So the persons who are going to churn. So I have to analyze their issues and feedbacks. According to that, I have to generate a report that I will be segment into the different. So this person will be churn between the 50 to 90% probability. So they are into the one particular category. The person who have the churn rate less than the probability of 50%, this into the one particular sheet. The data I will be transformed to the manager. Manager will be send this report to this BPO people actually. So that's up to them, whatever the decision they have to take.
Okay, sir.
Clear, right?
Clear, clear. And do you require any kind of coding in this one?
Right point. Here actually in the least case, here I'm training the, because I'm teaching the Python here because of the in the least case. Of course, I say no. So if you are working on the Excel have the algorithms. Excel have its capability of handle the requirement, but up to 1 million records only. Other than that, we have Power BI, IBM Cognos, Tableau, other even tools which very easy to drag and drop and to create the dashboard, analytical dashboard. But sometimes when you have to maintain the huge amount of data and the customer requirement is to be work on the open source tools, in that very least case also we should be able to perform. That's why we are learning the Python. So Python is also seems like a tool only. It's not a very tough language like Java, C, C Sharp, .NET like that. So a single line of code only you can write there. So it's like a natural language. That's it. So you need to be suffer there. And most of my students even, and also even you can take my case from past 1 year, I'm not working on Python. Literally, I'm completely working on GCP products, Google Cloud products, because in Google Cloud we have customization, but to without having the customization work, GCP make the each and every process much simple with less cost. So then why client will be afford on the candidate? So already they have the good services, right, with less cost, then they can go for the tools only, GCP tools. So we have to learn the Python in the least case. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. And
One,
more.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Hello?
Your good name?
Yeah. My name is Venugopal. Like as you mentioned, is a Google GCP actually is giving the analytics instead of Python, where we can do that, use that, and we can achieve the targets. But is it only for the GCP or like Amazon, whatever we have? That
We
is also
have
like
for AWS, we have for Azure even. So whatever the services Google is providing, so Amazon, I mean AWS and Microsoft Azure are also providing the same. But here I'm completely focusing on GCP, and there is a lot of demand in the jobs market. So for GCP engineers who are working as a data scientist, so because they are developing the products and doing the lot of big marketing actually. So that's why there are a lot of opportunity. So that's why I choose the GCP. I hold the certification in AWS machine learning engineer and hold the certification for so GCP cloud engineer along with the professional machine learning engineer. I have both side knowledge actually, and even more than I worked for GCP around 2 years only, and AWS I have worked for around 3 years. So my experience is in AWS for more than the GCP. I have worked on the SageMaker. I have worked on the AWS S3. I have worked on DynamoDB. So multiple products I have worked on. But still, I found in terms of the infrastructure, the products offering the infrastructure, AWS is best. But while making the process integration and also completely CI/CD level and easy of usage into the data science and AI, I found GCP is the best. That's why the jobs are also high in the market.
Okay, same continuous question for this. Like people are like who is doing by the Python or like Jupyter nodes where they are like finding the analysis and coming for some conclusion, right? Either machine learning or data scientist. So means like by using machine learning, they are coming to some result, right? So this is a manual activity, like it is happening. So in GCP, like any automation process are we use? Are
Why
there
not
also we have
actually?
to process? Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Actually, that's a great question. Actually, thanks for taking that. So here the process is divided into two different steps. Of course, according to your point. So if you are writing the code or if you are building the tool using the packages in Jupyter Notebook or any other IDE, right? So along the same side, this is called as customization work. Along the same side, we have auto ML. The name, if you heard like the term called auto ML, automated the machine learning process, automated the pipeline. Just you have to pass the data, it will be automatically fill the pre-processing step and also feature engineering step, machine learning. It will automatically identify which algorithm needs to be applied within the given span of time. That is 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 1 day, 2 days, whatever. So how much time you are increasing, that much performance also you can expect from the machine. So you will be pay for only how much time you are utilizing the machine. So like the same way, we have AutoML products for forecasting, regression, classification, text analytics. In the text analytics, actually, we have Vision API, Visual Inspection AI. Still, it is not released in the market, but I worked on the Google Cloud for 1.5 years. So Visual Inspection in the beta version, it's like a wonder actually. The tool is. So if you are passing the Clope garages and doors for identify the dents and cracks, so it have analyzed a lot. The network backside of the API is analyzed a lot. I just pass the data, annotated the which are the cracks and not having the cracks. Then automatically it have given the accuracy of 10,000 images, with 98% of the accuracy. It was wonder actually. So then along the side we have NLP, text analytics processing. If you are, Chat GPT, same kind of Chat GPT also we have the premium subscription. Before the Chat GPT, Google already implemented, but Chat GPT is much popular because of its marketing. So GCP is doing the services with paid cost, right? So the people who are already working on that, they only know about the API. That it. And if you are working on the grant side to get the funding to improvise the probability of funds to your abstract or project, there is a project, there is API called Grant AI. Actually, I worked in the Grant AI for product development in Google. So that's collaborated with the Arizona State University Research and Development Department. It's a wonderful API tool. So I have that much experience with the Google Cloud.
Sorry, following one more question. See, like as you mentioned, GCP is like making the automation process that takes 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So right now, if you go with Python or manual steps where you can achieve the result, right? So is it at least it takes like a day, or sometimes it might be take a couple of days also. So now coming to my question is here, like since we get the automation in the GCP, is going to risk who is already learned and working on the manual automation, manual process, manually evaluating the result? Is there are the jobs in risk?
For now, not at all. Actually, because as a human being, we know the requirement, but machine don't know, right? So if I want to add some thresholds, if I want to, these are only for performance. Actually, GCP only for performance to make it the process automation. But as a human being, we know the actual requirement. We know the behavioral of the customer, the demographics of the customer, the attitude of the customer, or the product, or the data even, right? So according to that, we can manage. So that will be easy for explainability also. So something you are like a developer, you have developed something into with help of AutoML or Auto EDA or customization step. There should be explainability, right? So machine can't explain these things. As a human, we should have to explain. As a developer, I know the data behavior. So what is the requirement? I know. What is the behavior of the data? I know. Then I can easily explain to the customer or to the team. Right? So then here there is no impact of the manual persons with this automation concept, but we should be always to be upgraded. That's my suggestion.
Fine. Thank you so much. I don't mind. Can I have your LinkedIn profile or Kaggle profile so that I could go through once your?
Yeah. So you can search about my LinkedIn profile. So By Swaroop N. So
Okay.
there you can see my picture even, and I have seen my certifications also, GCP certification and my post graduation certification, and along the side the companies which I'm working on. So I work from Quantify, I work from Brizzlecone, so which is a Mahindra company and Tech Mahindra related.
Okay. By Swaroop N.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can I ask current organization? Is that fine? Because I could be able to easily figure it out. Okay, this is your profile.
Sorry.
Like if I go and search in the LinkedIn, right? If I know your current organization, I can easily find out. Okay, this is your profile.
Currently, I didn't mention my current organization due to
Okay.
some personal
Yeah,
things.
fine.
Actually, I'm developing my startup now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not just trainer. I'm providing the
Understood.
corporate trainings. Along the same side, I'm doing the projects on freelance, and I'm converting that into the consultancy level even. So I have the own my product, so which
Okay.
is related to the OCR and event forecasting. So that
Okay.
I'm trying to advertise to the US products and US companies. So currently I'm receiving the multiple products. That's why I
Okay.
can't provide my complete information. That's my personal
Fine.
privacy action. I'm
Fine.
sorry for that.
Fine. Like how long you're working for this data scientist and AI machine learning? Because how it tells me like I mean like, if I get the advice from the like 1 or 2 years experience guy versus 7 or 8 years experience guys, like
I
totally
have
different.
6.2 years of experience.
Yeah. Thank you.
So the data science and completely. Not
Yeah.
only data science, but previously that. So I have knowledge when I was doing my studies in BTech. I worked on the ECU branches where I used to develop the drones even. So
Okay.
ECS tools, propellers, and also according to the dimensions of the each and every propeller. And I used to work on the Arduino boards. So I have complete knowledge of the IoT even.
Fine. Thank you.
So
Thanks so
I'm
much.
like completely technical guy.
Okay.
So we'll be mostly focus on the future based
Mhm. Mhm.
technologies. That's it. And not only data science. Currently, I'm working as a MLOps engineer actually.
Oh,
So the persons who will be collaborate with me in the classes, I will be help them to make understanding of the future technologies even what I'm currently even working on.
mhm.
So that I used to be share with my candidates.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Coming to this timings, we are going to continue on the 10 o'clock or somewhere it will be shifted to
No.
other.
So 10 to 11:15 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So the IST timings. So because it is suitable to the people who are from other countries even.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why.
But working professional, like, it could be difficult.
That's up to the time management.
Okay. And if
I'm
it is a
enjoying
morning,
my job now actually.
yeah. Okay. Fine.
Cool. So is there anything else to discuss?